For the whole in East Motorsports, you guys had a phenomenal night, but where did you come from on that final restart to end up fifth?
I mean, ultimately, we had speed all night long. It was all about track position, restarts. Picked the bottom there the first couple of restarts and just got the momentum on top was just insane. We couldn't make the bottom work at all. But ultimately, after a long run, judging my times, I felt like we had a top 10 truck. It was just all about track position. So,
Congrats, buddy.
thanks, man. John made a good call throughout the race, and ultimately that's what kind of set us up for being able to put our scuffs back on there at the end, and we had a good handling truck, and by that point was learning a lot too, so just took the momentum when I could, and ultimately just drove up through the field, and I didn't have anything for the front four. They were pretty gone. We were building pretty tight again, but definitely a good night.
Did you have any doubts that you could do this despite all the bad luck that's really plagued you this first couple months?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, running fifth last year, Richmond KBM's what set me up for this deal, and it took a lot longer to get going this year than we'd like to, but I surrounded myself with good people, and I definitely would start to doubt myself, but I never gave up and just kind of kept working each and every week and just trusting the process.
Is this a block that you can build on?
Oh, for sure. I felt like Darlington, it was 11th place finish that I felt we could have finished anywhere from 5th to 10th. It's been a learning process, especially restarts for me, but we built on Darlington. We didn't get to finish. We wanted at Wilkesboro. We learned a lot, and felt like we learned a lot throughout tonight, and it's a good finish. It's another clean truck, which is good for the year that I had at the beginning of the year. I had to learn that first, but now it's something we can build off of for sure.
With the 11th and the 5th back to, obviously with how the season started, just how much of a shot in the arm does this do for team chemistry, morale, not only for you, but just Nice as a whole, because you guys are all, really fast?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like since Kansas, we've kind of, changed the playbook a little bit of trying to, be closer together and try to be able to, learn off of each other more. Especially with these 20-minute practices, you can't really go out there and try different setups and hope to hit one and not the other two. So we've kind of, Charlotte is a really good track for Nice, so it's kind of a copy-paste deal, and I felt like that really showed up tonight, and hopefully we can build on this and go to Gateway next week. My JF Electric sponsors home track, so that'll be good.
Thank you, Matt.
It was this week, but this is 3 races in a row that I'm extremely proud of the execution and the trucks that we brought, everything that we could control on our side. I feel like we've done a pretty good job with. Still overall, we've got to find a little bit more, but very thankful for these guys and glad we can finally, show a little bit of results for all the hard work these guys have been putting in. So thank you for everybody at CR7 for putting in the work. Thank you to Grant County Mulch for allowing us to do this, everybody at Chevrolet, our teammates over there at MHR. Feel like we're starting to get our stride here a little bit, and I made a mistake, had a little issue with the clutch, and I made a mistake at the end of that first stage that kind of hurt us in track position, but our pit crew was able to dig us out of that, so thank you to them.
That's another big step for to keep rallying off top fives, isn't it?
Absolutely, and more than that, Bob, is just the fact that we had a legit top 5 truck. Even though we were buried from 5th to 15th, it seems like all day, we had better speed than that. Just get caught after 4 or 5 laps is really hard to get around somebody. Feel like it'd take me 5, 6, 7 laps to really time something and slide them. It's a very difficult for track position for us anyway. But we had pretty good speed with our Grant County Mulch Chevrolet. Just struggled to get that track position. But the pit crew did a great job, especially there at the end, digging us out of that hole. And if I could have timed that last restart a little bit better, I think we'd have had a shot at it. But still thankful for a top 5.
Grant, I was talking to Jason Kitzmiller, and he said that when the
thank you.
He said that when the ARCA team runs well, the truck team generally follows suit and vice versa. He got a top 10 as well. So what does that say for the organization as a whole tonight?
Yeah, Frank Kimmel has done an excellent job with the ARCA and the late model program over there. With the CR7 Motorsports shop and the ACM guys, they've done a great job these last few months. But man, our 9 team has been excelling lately. I feel like we've starting to enjoy some of the fruits of our labor. So much has been put into this team over the off season. I felt like we'd have some glimmers of speed, but no results. And glad, even though we didn't have the results at Darlington these last 3 weeks, feel like we've executed to the best of our ability for the most part. Still made some minor mistakes here and there, but we've made good calls on pit road. Tim's done a great job on the calls. Feel like overall we're catching our stride, but we got a long ways to go. We're in a tough fight for this bubble spot, so we really be nice to win one at Gateway next week. Let us breathe a little over that little 3-week break we got. But thank you to everybody that's here at 7 Motorsports and Grant County Mulch.
All right, thank you, and good run tonight.
Thank you.
All right, Connor Mosack, 9th place finish in the Spire truck after running ARCA as well today. How did you manage running 2 races in a warm day at Charlotte here?
Yeah, just a lot of preparation in the weeks ahead. Just staying hydrated, working out, making sure you're kind of used to the heat, that sort of thing. Sorry.
No, you're okay.
Yeah, then thankfully, I guess not thankfully, but only had to run half the ARC race today with the issues we had. So just try to hydrate in between, and then felt pretty good all the truck race. So definitely gonna hydrate overnight for the Trans Am race tomorrow, and hopefully get a good night's sleep.
How satisfying was it to have the 9th place truck finish after the disappointment of ARCA today?
I was happy to get a top 10, but really, actually, I feel like a little disappointed with where we had been running earlier in the race, up in the top 3. I feel like we were really tight when we were up there, and I feel like had we got the chance to work on it, free it up, we could have definitely had a 2nd place truck, and if not, had something for the leader. So, I feel like we definitely have the speed to win one of these things. Just need things to kind of go our way. Got a little bit of nose damage once we went to the back, when we took tires. So, definitely something I could have done better there, just being a little bit more patient. But, we did a good job. Brian did saving us out of tires, and we had that at the end. And we were able to kind of come through the field. So, definitely a fun little run to the finish there, and at least happy we got back to the top 10.
And in a part-time run, do you feel more pressure to go out and win, or is it run as best as you can for a team that has shown that it can win?
A little bit of both, I guess. You want to go win a race and improve yourself, for sure. But it is tough when you only have kind of 5 opportunities to do it with as stout as these truck fields are. So but a lot of it too is just taking care of the truck and just doing a good job, even if maximizing what you have, and hopefully that can lead to a full-time opportunity next year.
And you said 5 races with the trucks. What races do you have remaining on your slate?
So Aspire, I just have Pocono, Kansas, and then Homestead. I still have 2 more with Nice as well. Actually, next weekend at Gateway, and then Phoenix at the end of the year.
Alrighty. And how do you feel heading into Gateway then?
Good. I'm excited. I feel like I'm starting to get used to how these trucks drive. This will be my first truck race in a while, that's not on a 1.5 miles. So obviously that's probably going to help me even more, not having to worry about the aero and still learning that side of it here. But I'm looking forward to it. The 45 team ran really good there last year, and they've been on a good little streak here recently. So I'm excited to get back with the guys at Nice.
All right. Well, good job on the 9th place finish tonight.
Jake Garcia comes home 7th here at Charlotte. Jake, tell me about your race between having to go to the back and just the wild finish and those wild restarts and racing at the end.
Yeah, it was just the overall team effort tonight. We went backwards as a team there, and then went forwards as a team, and ended up with a decent run. Our speed wasn't there in the truck that we needed. Some things that I could clean up, pit crew clean up. They had some really good stops, but at the same time, that one mistake kind of hurt us a little bit. But it's a team effort here, and I'm proud to be a part of it because we did a good job fighting back. Didn't let that penalty overcome us and ruin our night, and put some good tires on there at the end, and went to the front there. So really proud of that. Rich did a good job calling the race. Just really proud of the whole Quanta Services team here. Want to thank Ford Performance. Also want to thank God for giving me the opportunity. It's really a dream come true to be out here, so I'm really thankful for it. But we're going to go back to work and work harder for Gateway and the 1.5 miles to come.
And you led a ton of laps at North Wilkesboro last week before fading late. Do you guys feel like the team has turned a corner, and what's the chemistry? How much has changed with Rich now in the pit box?
Yeah, me and Rich have really good chemistry, I feel like. I think we understand each other really well. We both come from a super late model background, so I feel like that probably helps things a little bit. But, yeah, we're definitely on the same page, and we both think we're capable of winning races. Just we have to get a couple more races under our belt here, and try to be a little bit better and hit everything all in 1 week.
Thank you, Jake.
The pit strategy and trying to stay up front. If it didn't work, we really looked like losers. So we were able to salvage it. We had a really good pit stop there at the end. Made good adjustments all night long. And like I said, we're just learning as we go. And we're a small group. Big thanks to Kristl and Halmar and everything they support us with. But proud of our guys in the Fab Shop, and we're just learning. Like I said, race to race, pit stop to pit stop, we make it better. We still have some work to do in dirty air, but it feels good to get a top 5. We think us have really come together. Like I said, we got Chris Larson, our boss, who's a great leader, and really instills a lot of fight in us to push each other's limits and think about all aspects of it. Don't take anything for granted. So that's what we've been doing, and it's been getting better.
What does a result like this do for your team's confidence when you really need it like this?
Yeah, it helps. Like I said, I think we still got some work to do. We need to be better in dirty air, better in the pack, and be able to drive through and not, have gambles. It was a gamble, and it paid off for us.
Appreciate it.
Steven Stumpf, Frontstretch.com. Nick, obviously, I don't know if you were told during the race, but the 11 was just passing everyone left and right. You got the lead in that restart, but when Corey came up to second, what was kind of going through your mind at that time, and how did you, kind of manage and go from there in terms of holding him off?
Yeah, I mean, I knew he was a little bit faster than me, but it wasn't like anything I haven't experienced before. And honestly, in these trucks and just in modern day NASCAR, you could take people's air away and make it really hard on them. And I'm sure he remembers Michigan in 2022 in an ARCA car where I did the same thing to him. So obviously tonight I had a faster vehicle to compete with him. And I just tried to kind of judge where he was going to go and turn off the wall late and not totally aero block him, but just shade down and take, try to take as much air away as possible while still running the line I thought my truck would do. So I think you started to see that even out throughout those last 8 or 9 laps, and at the end of the race, right? I got a five truck car length lead on him, and I was able to kind of maintain and just, Charlotte with its bumps, if you hit proximity to 3 and 4 and wrap the bottom, you could just cover their air, and there's nowhere they could go if you wrap the line. So I knew I just had to park on the bottom and get it done there, and fortunately it was enough.
All right, thank you, Nick.
Steven Stumpf of Frontstretch.com here. Come back for more great racing videos, and if you like us, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.